Welcome back to the Kindred Kinfolk podcast. It's your favorite cousin, Tierra D.
And it's her favorite cousin, Kaylyn.
Hey.
Hey.
Welcome back. Hey, cousin.
Hey.
How you doing today, girl?
Girl, I'm good. Can't complain. You know, another day, another dollar.
Hey, yes. Making all the coins, getting all the bags. I love it. So, tell me, what candle are you burning and what scent are you wearing?
Since it's fall, I'm doing cocoa butter cashmere.
Okay.
And, you know, a little creme brulee, a little sweetness over here.
Love it.
You know, in hopes to get ate up off the bone like a good oxtail, you know.
I can't. Not ate off the bone, Lord. What if you start naming your scents or something like that?
Baby, look. Like Sexy Red named her, what was it, lip gloss? It was like gonorrhea. It was a, yes. It was some wild and crazy names.
I mean, it's catchy.
I think it was like booty hole brown, gonorrhea, period red or something. Like, yes, you got to go look it up.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I do need to go look it up. Because now I want to know. Just like Slutty Vegan in Atlanta, the burger spot. Or I think they have other stuff besides burgers, or is it just burgers? But yeah, it's a place called Slutty Vegan, and all of their items on the menu are like, you know, you get a slut burger or a hoe burger, or they're just like different names. Like, I don't know what they're called.
Imagine we took grandma there.
Girl, now I did see some footage.
You know she ain't gonna say that. I just want a burger. Just give me a burger with some fries. She ain't finna say give me no whole burger.
Yeah, it's whatever it's called. Well, whatever they call their items, but I do know that all of their stuff is related to basically being a slutty vegan. Like, it's super cute though. Like, and a couple of celebrities have been there. But you will see some celebrities that, you know, don't. It would seem like they even uncomfortable ordering, but they eat the food and they say it's bomb. So.
Yeah, I mean, that's different, but I'm not finna be wearing, if somebody be like, girl, what kind of lip gloss is that? Girl, booty hole brown. I'm not finna say that. Like, I'm not.
Not after that convo we had about ass eating and everything.
No. Girl, this is gonorrhea. The what? No.
Right.
No.
That's literally what someone's gonna say. No, I'll just say it's brown.
Right.
I got it from the Sexy Red line, and yep, that's what it is.
Yeah, it's just a nude color.
But you know, it's gonna be that one person that's gonna be like, "Oh, you got that from Sexy Red? Is that booty hole brown? See, you too loud. You need to tone it down."
And then I gotta walk away because you don't piss me off. Like,
you need to tone it down, okay? Don't say that too loud.
Because, ma'am, why are you so loud? Loud?
Just don't do that. I can't. I cannot. Oh goodness. Well, let's get into today's topic. We're gonna talk about some high school shenanigans, girl.
I'm ready.
High school, a time was had. So I recently had my 20-year high school reunion.
Okay.
Girl, 20 years since the last time I've been in that school. Got to see a lot of old classmates. It was fun. A couple of teachers that are still teaching over there. I'm like, hey.
God damn.
Yeah, it was maybe like 2. Now, one, she's like roughly about our age, only because when she was at the school teaching, she was like right out of college. Like,
got you.
She was like 23, 22 something or whatever. So, I mean, you know.
Yeah.
And we were what, 16, 17, 18? Well, no, in high school. I mean, not high school, senior year.
18.
Yeah, I was 18. So, you know. But no, there's like my old English teacher, you know, still there. But she definitely was not 22 when, you know. But that baby said she going to ride that thing out. You go right ahead, Sugarfoot. Do what you do.
Right.
So, yeah, so that, you know, gave inspiration to the topic of high school shenanigans. And so I want to know, what are some things, related to school or in and around that era. We're talking about the early 2000s. What are some things that kids today will just never know about?
The flip phone, man. Like being hung up on from a flip phone, hearing that click, slamming that flip phone down. They will not know nothing. The disrespect
Listen, the disrespect that came with hanging up on somebody with
with a
that
flip
flip
phone.
phone. That flop. Oh, there was nothing like it.
And it's so loud too.
Oh yes. Cause if you in public and you arguing with your dude,
Yeah.
and you like whatever, fuck that hoe, click. Yeah, just they'll never know. Cause now hanging up after like a disagreement or an argument or what, well, let's just face it, it's not a disagreement, it's an argument, but
it just don't hit the same.
You gotta get your phone. More than likely, the call is present, but you gotta hit the button on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let your screen be cracked, cause
that part.
You had a hard enough time answering this phone. Now you trying to hang up all aggressive and no, no. But yeah, that was definitely a good way to end the call, was to snap that phone shut, honey. That was a good one. One thing that kids today will never know nothing about: overhead projectors.
Facts and transparencies, like having to clean up. You know, when the teacher will write on them and you would have to clean them off and dry them.
Yep, they would never know nothing about an overhead projector. Child, if a teacher brought one in there, they probably wouldn't even know what that thing was or what it do. They'll never know.
Man, those were the days you had to sit there and copy notes.
Off of the projector.
And God forbid you write slow and she's switching to transparency. You got to be like, wait.
Go back.
Go back, please.
Girl, I learned algebra from that overhead projector.
Man, look, calculus from that overhead projector.
I had two algebra teachers when I was in high school, and both of them faithfully loved jumping on that overhead projector and writing a problem up there. And then don't let them, do like a pop quiz or be wanting class participation, because he's gonna call you to the projector to come solve this problem, Tierra. Oh Lord. And that thing is hot. That thing is, look, it's nice and warm up there.
Right.
And you have to show your work. Oh goodness. Mm-mm.
And God forbid you slow and you mess up the whole class.
Oh, they seeing it. They gonna see you. She done put that decimal there. It don't even go there. Look at that.
Oh jeez.
Oh, what else? What's something else?
I would say, getting your textbooks checked out to you, and you had to carry around them big old suckers all year long.
Listen, the way we were managing mini libraries in high school.
Look,
girl,
why is this book so big, and why do I have to keep it with me? Like,
and you know what really grinds my gears about that? Girl, we wasn't even reading them all the way from cover to cover. Like, we didn't need everything out the book. No. We just needed a couple of chapters, and you couldn't print this out on some paper. New edition and everything. Just this whole book, and I'm only gonna read 8 out of the 25 chapters in it. What?
And remember, you had to put a book cover on it so you didn't mess it up.
Yeah.
So them long old sheets of paper where you had to like cut, fold, and tape and pretty much decorate your book cover.
Oh, wait a minute. Y'all was putting book covers in y'all books? We were not doing that.
Yeah.
Baby, books was just as raggedy as they was going to be.
I mean...
Wait, I said new edition. I'm thinking about college books, but no. High school books, no. Them books was just what it was. There are no book covers.
Yeah, we made little book well, they had the book covers. We just measured out laid the book down on it and cut around it, taped it all up, folded it up.
So on your high school book?
Yeah, girl.
What? That's a thing. Wow, I did not know that. No, we were not doing that. All of our book, girl, we just raw dogging the mess out of them books, and we wasn't covering up nothing.
I'm surprised half y'all textbooks had covers.
Girl, Yeah, we were just raw dogging it, but like a lot of our textbooks were. I might have had an English book maybe one year that was fairly new ish, like within the past like 2 years or something. But the rest of those books were like old, like, old and worn for the most part. Like, nah, girl,
Yeah.
no one was covering up them books. And you probably would have got clowned if you put a book cover on your book. Like, why did you do
That's wild.
that? What? Yeah. Why are you preserving this book like this? Like, it's really yours. It's okay. Which brings me to my next one. Kids will never know about locker congestion.
Oh, baby.
They'll never know what it feels like to have a bottom locker in high school.
Yes. Oh my gosh, the
In
worst.
between class, you only got 5 minutes. You need to switch books. You gotta go
And
likely.
your class is on the other side.
Yes. You gotta run to your locker real quick, put in the combo.
Mm-hmm.
Open the locker, switch out those books, but don't let the person who has the locker above you
Be there at the
come stepping either beside or over you, trying to get their stuff out their locker too. Because baby, if they got a packed locker, something might fall right on your head. Something. Just
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Everybody's at the locker in between classes. Like you just had to know when to go.
I don't think they don't even do lockers anymore. Like they just, and that's why these kids got scoliosis now. Be having to carry a computer and all of them damn binders and books in they backpack all day long.
Yeah, they don't. When I went to my old high school, I was able to tour the school before the homecoming football game.
Mm-hmm.
And so I chatted with one of the art teachers, and she said that some of her students do use the lockers, but they only use them for like their art supplies and stuff. I was like, say what now?
Yeah, I mean that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it makes sense now. But I'm like, art supplies, girl. Bye. Them art supplies back in the day was in the classroom, or you
Was
brought them with you.
was
You could put them in your locker some, I mean, but not that wasn't the only thing in your locker. It was just was your locker like decked out? Like did you have any was yours personalized in any way or it was just
Girl, no, because I was barely trying to go there because it was on the opposite side of the school and all my classes was on the other. So what I would do is I would go to my locker first thing before the first bell rung and got what I needed for the day.
you just are toting books.
Or if I had boyfriends in high school, I would just put my stuff in their locker. Like,
Locker sharing was a thing. It really was.
babe, can you just put my book in your locker for now? Because I can't make it back to the 400 wing because we all the way 100 wing, and I got to go to the auxiliary building outside.
Do you remember like note passing and you walk by somebody's locker, you know where their locker's at, you just go ahead and slide that note in their locker so that
Right.
when they open it, it's in there. We treated that thing like it was it was the post office.
Look,
Listen, let me go drop this off in here. I wrote my friend a note during chemistry because I ain't doing shit.
baby, these kids today know nothing about free nights and weekends
And don't.
or free minutes after 9.
Girl, they don't know that. Call me back after 9 o'clock.
Baby, when my minutes is free.
Or the T9 texting, girl. You gotta press the number 2 key 3 times to get to the C.
That part.
They won't know nothing about it.
Another one for me is the Fruitopia, baby. I don't know what happened to Fruitopia.
I don't either.
But I just wanted to come back because Fruitopia hit so hard in high.
Girl, indeed. What happened to Fruitopia? Lord.
I have no idea.
Now, see, it's stuff like that when, it seems like it has disappeared or it's like like what happened there. Girl, now here come Netflix or Hulu with a special. Fruitopia. The real story.
Right, for real.
The real story. Like, wait a minute, we was drinking what now?
I really need to know what happened to Fruitopia.
Listen, I wonder because I haven't seen Fruitopia in years. Like it's been a very long time since I've seen a Fruitopia in anybody's vending machine.
And anything like
Yes, in the store, in maybe they was bought out or something. I don't know, but I'm
but
sure
who
that.
even made Fruitopia? Like was it Coke, Pepsi?
Oh yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and add that to my Google search history because I don't know.
Cuz I just found out the story about Sierra Miss and
What about Sierra Miss?
how Starry is actually Sierra Miss.
Oh, I've had both. They to me they taste the same anyway. So I mean
They are the same.
that tracks.
They had to switch the name because
Like the ingredients were the exact same. Like that's what you mean? Yeah.
yes, I followed this story on TikTok and apparently this girl's name was Sierra Miss
Mm.
on TikTok, YouTube or something. Well, they had reached out to her to say that she needed to change her name because it went against the trademark or whatever. Well,
Mm-hmm.
she actually so they sent her cease and desist or whatever. So she actually looked up the trademark for Sierra Miss and it had expired and had not been renewed.
Oh, and she like bought it or something, right? Or renewed it.
She
Mm-hmm.
bought it,
I didn't
yes.
see that or saw that
And
part.
then they tried to buy it from her and she said no. So then they had to name it Starry. Cause I was like, what the fuck is Starry and when did it come out? But it's just Sierra Miss.
I know you fucking lying. I
It's just
can't.
Sierra
I
Miss.
didn't know that part of the story. I just only heard about or saw and knowing me, I probably got distracted with something, but I knew that young lady had basically bought the trademark to it.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, that's a good lesson to stay on your toes, okay, and stop procrastinating.
Baby, and that it's worth millions. I think they
Listen,
offered her. I think they offered her like $9 million, and she said like no.
girl, I would have said yes. So here you go. Send that check to.
But I mean, it's worth so much more now. Like,
Well,
but think
yeah.
about it. Like everything. So she's made more money since then because everything that ever said Sierra Miss,
Mm-hmm. It's coming to her.
she sued and got the royalties from.
Yeah. Girl, let me find out. All I need to do is get on here and find somebody trademark that's
A
expired.
lot of people go out there and look to see what trademarks have
Girl,
expired.
you got to stay on your toes out here. You cannot get caught slipping. Lord. But you know what? I mean, she was on it. Sierra Miss, you should. I know somebody lost their job that day. You had one job.
One job, and that was to renew the application. And you know you got an email notification that it was up for renewal.
And you did. You should have did it early. Like you, what? I know that person lost their job that day. They fired on the spot. All right, so one or another thing that kids will never know nothing about is seeing that big box TV on that TV stand being wheeled into the classroom.
Oh, baby, that's nap time. That's guaranteed
They
hour 30.
they will never know the feeling of relief that we used to have when we saw that TV coming in that room. Oh, babe, I'm about to. Let me go and write these notes.
Baby, we put our backpack on our desk and we nodded. We was out of there.
And then don't let the teacher cut the lights out. Oh, it's done. Oh, we just back here just chilling. Mm-mm.
It was done.
Done. Out of here.
Let's see what else they don't know nothing about.
Saying the Pledge of Allegiance.
Actually, some of them still do. Like, it's weird.
I need an understanding because I need to ask somebody that has children in school now because we were not saying.
Because I believe my youngest still does. I don't think that my oldest.
You think that's a state requirement or like a state mandate? Because
it could possibly be. I know elementary school because they say the Pledge of Allegiance and
don't say in high school.
The Pledge of Allegiance to the Texas flag.
Do they really?
So they do both.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
not a thing over here, girl. I haven't said the Pledge of Allegiance in school.
Girl, you know Texas thinks they a whole country by themselves. So
And do. I haven't said the Pledge of Allegiance in school since I was in grade school, in elementary school. Like, I was not saying that in middle school, and I was not saying that in high school.
I think we said it in middle school, but I don't think when I was in intermediate or high school we ever said it unless it was. Now we did. We might not have done the pledge, but they played the national anthem, like at sports
Oh yeah,
events.
yeah, they would do that, yeah. But no, we weren't saying the pledge.
I think after that whole, and I could be wrong, after the whole kneeling situation, I, I want to say they just really didn't want to be bothered with it.
You're probably right.
Having to fight parents about
Mm-hmm.
making their kids stand up, not stand up,
And say the pledge and all that,
Yeah.
yeah. But when you think about it, the Pledge of Allegiance, I okay, I get the significance of why we were taught the pledge. Um, but when you think about it, yes, an argument can be made. Why the hell were we pledging allegiance to a flag that we I barely know multiplication, ma'am.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Well,
If we was on the phone, I would hang up. Goodbye.
why am I pledging my allegiance
Goodbye.
to the flag of the United States of America? Ma'am, I just learned division yesterday. Why am I pledging?
Baby, look. It ain't clicked in our mind that 2 + 2 = 4 is the same as 2 × 2 = 4. Baby, it ain't click.
Now, and you got to think about it too, because it was everybody that was saying the pledge now. So it wasn't just just the students. Like you had the special ed saying it too now. It was everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Now listen, little Bobby just ate a crayon yesterday.
Look.
Why are we saying why is he pledging his allegiance to the flag?
It should be called into question the validity of his allegiance because he eating crayons.
What, like, baby, I just figured out how to tie my shoe yesterday. Why am I saying the Pledge of Allegiance? I just got off the Velcro shoes. I just
I'm so through.
Just got off the Velcro straps. I got laces now. Why am I pledging my allegiance
I am
to this flag? When is recess? Why am I pledging my allegiance to this flag? I barely know the 13 colonies.
Sis, don't say that out loud.
I was referring to back then.
Oh, okay. I was like, sis, don't say that out loud.
And first off, the fact that I knew.
No, whisper that. Don't tell nobody.
Nah, the fact that I knew it was 13, but still, like,
right.
Nah, babe, I stay on the East Coast. Of course I know. But
I'm like, if nobody else know, you should definitely know.
Oh, girl, you'd be surprised, child.
Oh, I already know.
You'd be surprised. And some people don't even realize that that's how the flag is based, like how it was designed. Like, I'm gonna need you. Some people just weren't paying attention in social studies. That's all. And they
God are the days.
Or if they forgot, they just forgot. Whatever,
But gone are the days where they got all these. We had less faculty and staff development days, fall breaks. These kids these days is out of school just because it's a half moon outside. Like these kids,
a Mercury retrograde, schools closed, baby, people.
Right, like
mass email, mass text message, come get your kid.
They have so many 3-day, 4-day weekends. It's crazy.
And here I know it's bananas because snow days. They be having a lot of snow days. Well, not a lot, but more than I know what we had in school, for sure.
For sure.
A snow day, girl, a single snowflake could fall from the sky, whole city shut down. But not before they go buy up all the bread and eggs and milk. I still want to know what kind of sandwiches are being made at the house, but
that too. But like even then, like when we dealt with school closures, we had to watch it on TV. Like we had to wait for it to scroll for our school to scroll across the bottom to see if we was out for the day for weather related purposes.
That is something they won't know nothing about either because now it's so
No.
instant.
Like it's text message, email.
You
Yes.
had to literally like look and wait for your school to pop up on the screen to know if you was closed or you were just on a 2 hour delay. Like, what we doing?
And you was already dressed and ready for school. Like,
yeah, you had to be because if the buses are coming, you need to know. Oh, we still open. Well, let me go on outside because the bus should show up at any moment. You had to know, like, but you had to wait for it. That was the only way to know.
they won't know nothing about that.
That or sometimes the radio would run through the list.
Yeah.
Sometimes, but child, yeah. They won't know nothing about that. They won't know. Kids today will never know. You know what? They won't know nothing about, to take it away from school for just a moment, they won't know nothing about watching Real Sex with Sue.
Or Taxi Cab Confessions. We had no business watching that shit, but
And
Lord,
didn't.
we was.
And didn't. But if Auntie Sue didn't teach us so much.
Baby. Or if Taxi Cab Confessions is like, damn, y'all out here really like living y'all best life, being a hoe, like, and it's acceptable, like, to be a lady of the night, like.
Yes, it brought a whole different kind of acceptance to the screens. Like, this is, wow, man, this is what you do. All right, well,
Baby, look.
hey, go off then.
Sticking on the topic of TV, the kids of today would know nothing about Cedar from BET, the first wide hit, big booty,
Girl.
ghetto.
Now that was our first. No, I won't say first, but that was definitely some AI for your ass. Like that was
Yes.
that right there. That's where it started, right there with Cedar, because
Yeah. Cedar's house.
they will never know nothing about. And we for real sat there and
And watch this
as
girl.
if she was somehow a real person.
Yeah.
Yes, twerking and everything. Well, it wasn't called twerking back then, but she was moving that booty all over the place.
That animated booty. Right.
And listening and watching her talk about and then cut to a video. Do they even still I know I'm about to sound old, but do they even still do music videos now?
I don't think so. No. I mean, some people probably do, but it's on YouTube. Like,
Yeah,
you
like
don't find music videos on MTV anymore. Because, we gone are the days or these kids watching TRL
right.
with Carson Daly.
Right. I didn't think so. I didn't think because like girl, we had TRL 106 in Park. Like that was a top 10 list. There was a
You was dying to see what made number one.
yes, like come on, shout out to AJ and Free wherever y'all are in the world. But for real, like that was, that was a thing. Like you couldn't wait. You needed to know. And goodness gracious, if it wasn't Bow Wow for the umpteenth time, like this,
Oh, Jesus. Or Chris Brown.
12 weeks now. Yeah, or Chris Brown. About 12 weeks now, Bow Wow. You ain't got nothing else? You ain't got no new hits, no nothing. Like we rolled that thing out. We milked it for all it was worth.
For sure. Gone are the days that these kids will never know nothing about is recording your favorite song for your voicemail
Yes.
with whatever message.
Girl.
Baby, we had them cassettes. Gone are the days where they know what CDs and cassettes are. Like
Listen.
a CD player
or a VHS tape. Honey.
A Walkman. They don't know none of that.
A rotary phone.
A VCR is a CD player. A Walkman, a cassette player. Cause baby, we stopped, rewinded, and recorded. Well, you would make your gone are the days that they know anything about making their own mixtape, burning their own CD.
Burning their own CD. They will never know.
Like they own play. Like nowadays, it's make their own playlist, but we actually literally made a CD with our playlist on there.
the creativity, the engineering that came from our time. They'll never know about blowing in the Nintendo cartridge
No.
when the game freezes
Mm-mm.
up. They would know. That was, I don't know why that was a staple fix it, but that's what it was. Blowing in that cartridge, that just hit it real quick, pop it back in there. Pop.
Gone are the days that they know what dial-up internet is.
Girl. First off, what the sound of dial-up internet
That too, but just
that is a sound you will never forget.
because you could not be on the phone and be on the internet at the same time.
Yeah, you had to choose. They do not have a choice now. It's just all in one. It's all packaged in one device. No, baby. Back then you had to choose. You want to be on the phone or you want to be on the internet, because you can't have both. You can't do it both ways, girl.
You had to schedule internet time, literally. And when your mama expecting a call, you can't be on the internet.
Listen, you might get either booted off or you would hear it come through the computer.
The
girl, I remember those days, those AOL chat days, Yahoo chat, Black Planet, and then we moved on to what, MySpace.
MySpace. Gone are the days they know what MySpace, where you put your top 10 friends on your page.
Oh, there were some arguments that would be started over who your top 10 was. Baby.
So messy.
That used to be the thing. Like, hold on, why this girl got him as her top 10? Wait a minute, girl. And even Facebook, when Facebook was early on.
Yes.
When did Facebook drop? 2004? So, yeah.
But I missed when it was just for college folks. You know, we was at least a little bit educated. Like,
you know what?
But now they let everybody and their mama, daddy, greasy grand be on Lil Boosie's internet, and I'm just sick of it. Like,
girl, yeah, before that, Facebook was pretty limited. And at first it was you had to be a college student, and then they migrated to you had to get an invite from somebody who was currently on Facebook. So you had to get the invite. And then it transitioned to being like, child, you got an email address and a phone number. You could jump right on here. And now even Facebook has changed and evolved so much, because Facebook used to be, when it first popped off, it used to be just your profile, and it was very much like Twitter. You just write whatever was on your mind, and that was it.
Yeah.
And you couldn't reply underneath someone else's message.
True.
You had to go to their page and post on there. So, girl, talk about a public conversation being had.
Everybody in y'all business. Everybody.
Yeah, you got to go back and forth between pages to figure out, okay, she said this. What did she say over here? Let's go to her page. Yeah, it was, oh my goodness, such a time.
Gone are the days where you had to have a .edu, Lord. Why can't we go back?
Or a floppy disk. I just thought about that one too.
Oh yes.
Girl, don't let your homework or your paper be saved on that floppy disk, and child, or you didn't save it on a floppy disk thinking that you did. You be ready to throw every computer in the garbage, just every single one.
I mean, everything is in the cloud now, but I don't even think they know what like USB drives are. Like,
probably not. No, unless they need to plug in like something like a microphone or something to their device.
Gone are the days where you had to submit assignments in cursive writing.
Penmanship? That was a subject in school.
These kids don't know nothing about writing nothing.
Do you remember getting in elementary, like your worksheet was you writing in cursive? Like that's how they taught us how to write in cursive. Now everything is so print.
You had to accomplish all of the alphabet in cursive. Like your final draft in English had to be in cursive.
Had to. You were not passing if you didn't know how to write in cursive.
And now these kids don't even know what a signature is.
At all. Wait a minute. What are they doing? Are they just printing?
I had to have that conversation with mine. Yes. I taught my kid how to write. But yes, she thought, and I said, a signature is a signature. It clearly states print name. Like, that's
right.
where you print. Like, don't double print.
But I don't think they understand the the significance behind that for honestly any kind of like legal purpose. Because if someone hands you a document and says, did you sign this? You ought to be able to recognize your own signature. Baby, if you're writing in print, well, hell, I could write that.
Yep.
I could do that too. Like,
yeah. No, facts. 1000%.
I mean, what somebody gonna do? Oh, there's what they got nowadays, the handwriting specialist and all that and stuff. Yeah, but
Yeah, true.
because whose signature? My mama. My mama's signature is, it's a signature, but it is still very much print. You know, like she still like spells out her full name. So when I was in school, anytime my algebra teacher, he had a requirement in his class that if you didn't pass a quiz or something, you had to get your parents to sign it. Oh,
Not you signing it for Amy.
Committing forgery like a mug. I sure did know how to do her signature.
I've done that a few times. Field trip forms, I forgot. Me and my mom's signature is very similar.
Yeah, girl. Sure did. She not saying this. I'm not about to get fussed at. I'll just be sure to do well on the test, and that's it. There we go.
Yeah, not to do well on the test.
Girl, I ain't got time to get fussed at because I made a D on a pop quiz.
Girl, and you know them Jones sisters can fuss, baby. God dang. Like, shut up. We get it.
Oh Lord, they're definitely gonna tell you a piece of their mind for sure.
What do you want to hear?
If they didn't, then we wouldn't have a podcast where we shared a piece of ours.
Look, facts. That sometimes they share a little bit too much, though.
Yeah, true. I agree. Cause your mama was.
It's more my mama than anybody else in the world. In the world.
But your mama likes to, shout out to my auntie. But your mama likes to
don't encourage that foolishness.
I'm always, because I love her. But she likes to drop stuff in the family group chat that only applies to one person. Like everybody, or maybe 1 to 2 people, and more than likely it's to Grams and to my mama.
It's really only her. Like, I'm like, there's some things you shouldn't disclose.
But do you know how many people that I know of, or know/don't know, that have passed away in and around our mother's hometown because...
Oh yeah, baby. When I say she actually should, she's in the wrong profession.
Girl, she is the obituary queen. She gonna tell you if somebody passed.
The body still be. They barely close their eyes, and she
ain't got a fleck of dirt on them yet.
They ain't even been picked up, and she know that they dead. Like, body still room temperature. Like, baby, they ain't been dead 5 minutes, and she know already.
She be so quick with it, like,
and she know the backstory, all the details.
Yes, how they died.
I'm like, how do you know this?
What they family said, what the family wore to the funeral,
girl,
who they kinfolk and cousins are,
what they gonna be selling because they ain't got no money for the like. I just be too through.
She knows all the information. Listen, and yeah, I agree. Your mom is definitely in the wrong profession.
They be talking about folks like, y'all remember so and so? No, I don't know these people.
Not at all.
You can explain it 100 different ways from tomorrow. I still don't know these folks.
Well, I definitely don't know them because I didn't grow up there.
Well, they know y'all. I'm sure they do.
Right.
I'm sure they do.
I didn't go to school there. I didn't grow up there. I came to visit. Child, please. I barely remember the people that I did grow up with back in the day. Okay, so I'm definitely not about to know nobody.
Look, I was born and raised here, and I don't know these folks. So that should tell you.
Absolutely not. But her memory, my God, because this woman, she needs to work for the FBI. Let's be real.
She's in the wrong profession.
She is. She needs to work for the FBI. She needs to get Her profession needs to be getting all up in people's business because that is what she is good at doing.
And baby, you know she is nosy, and that's her favorite thing. If she could get paid,
that's her calling, is to go be nosy and go get paid for it.
baby, give her a salary.
Oh my goodness, I love it. Aunt Kay, I know you listening, so go ahead and answer your calling, babes, and go ahead and apply for the FBI. Just go holler at them, see what they say. You know, tell them give you an assignment, just one assignment, let them see what you could do. Or she'll know all the codes, all the planning, all the strategy. She'll know everything.
Yeah.
In a week, she'll know everything. Every single thing that they want and need. How come foods, like certain foods that we used to eat, foods and drinks that we used to eat and drink back in the day, a lot of that stuff don't even taste the same no more. What were we drinking?
They're trying to kill us.
Or has the recipe changed that much? Like Sunny Delight.
Oh, Sunny Delight.
How were we drinking that back then?
Did it ever taste like orange juice? Did it ever taste like
I
orange
feel like it did when we were kids, but maybe my taste buds was fucked up as a kid or something. Like I'm just confused because why don't this taste the same? Like, or the Hugs juice. I'm not drinking that. I'm not drinking, not near none of that. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
You remember the square pizzas in the cafeteria?
Yeah.
These kids won't know anything about it.
Mm-mm. The chicken rings and the mashed potatoes, they won't know nothing about.
You know what they won't know about for real though? They really won't know nothing about free lunch.
No, they still got free lunch.
How they still got free lunch? Seriously?
They still got free lunch.
With the cost of groceries.
Some schools, depending on funding, like all of the students get free breakfast.
I didn't know that. You could tell I don't have kids. I thought all the kids was paying for lunch by now, as much as the food cost. You mean to tell me that the cost of food is going up, but we still giving out free lunch? I mean, feed the babies by all means, but
yeah,
I'm here for it.
But gone are the days where school lunch costs $1.25, $1.50. Because, baby, I'm looking at my kids' transactions, and baby, why is you eating a $7 lunch?
$7,
baby. Lunch $3.20
in school.
Lunch is $3.25, but all the extras. Why you getting a Pop-Tart that come one in a pack, not two, but one in the pack, and that one Pop-Tart is $1.50.
Now wait a minute. Now Pop-Tarts don't even come packaged one in a pack. What kind of specialty Pop-Tarts are these?
Baby, at school they come one in a pack, and I said we got Pop-Tarts at home, two in a pack. You could save that one.
What?
Look.
No, the school said we cutting back.
I might tell you a joke, but I'm not gonna tell you a lie.
What in the world? I didn't even know Pop-Tarts came one in a pack.
Baby, look, they charging these kids $2 for a popsicle.
I know you fucking lying. Ain't no way. The same popsicles you could go get the whole patch.
The same popsicles.
Let me find out. I just need to go sit outside of a school and just start selling some stuff for half the price and still make a profit.
And baby, when I say you gonna come up, you gonna come up
and still make a profit. Oh, do you remember the I swear every school had one person that used to sell candy.
Oh yeah,
used to buy their candy from them instead of the vending machine, and because their prices was always cheaper.
Yeah.
First of all, these kids will never know about those vending machine prices anyway.
Never know a hustle. Never know.
Yeah,
that part. Never know about a hustle because these vending machines take card
and do $3 for a bag of chips. What? Come on now. Not for the Doritos. It's only going to be 12 of them in there when I open this bag anyway.
12? You lucky.
I can't. Oh, you know what they'll never know about? Needing some change for the vending machine and working your way up to get the amount that you need. If you got 50 cents, you could get you an extra 25 cents for a little 75-cent soda.
For sure.
They will not know. Hey, you got 10 cents. You better ask 7 people if they got 10 cents until you get to that missing 25 so you can hit that vending machine. They will never know how you can hustle your way up to all the snacks really, but at least to get you some chips and a drink out that vending machine if you really needed to. Because then you tell me that now they just cash up.
Cash App, Venmo, Apple Pay. These kids don't know nothing about no dollar if they've ever seen one.
Not at all. Mm-mm. In another 20 years, child, ain't no telling what it's going to look like. As I walked through my high school, though, of course, it was very nostalgic for me because I remember, of course, good things as well as some things that were not so good and favorable that went down in the school. I feel like every school has high school drama, that has happened, but ours was very much so of epic proportions. So, my sophomore year, we had, well, first off, before I even jump to that part, I lost count in school of how many times we had a bomb threat.
Oh, baby, that seemed like every other week.
We was outside, just out there, honey, just out there. But then my sophomore year, the art classes, it was like one or two art classes that are there, but it was the home ec class was like right next door. One of our administrators burned the school, tried to burn the school down. My,
Jesus.
my sophomore year.
Gone are the days where these kids know what home ec is.
I know, right?
Were they actually cooking and learning life skills in class?
Yeah, parent-child development. Well, they might still teach that. Maybe. Do they still teach parent-child development?
I think they still do the baby exercise, but I don't know no class that is actually like cooking.
Mm-mm.
Cause around Thanksgiving they was cooking. I was in home ec, like we was cooking everything. We had a Thanksgiving meal.
Girl, yeah. But yeah, our high school, one of our administrators burned the back wing of our high school. So that year we had to it was towards the end of the year. Now it wasn't during school hours or nothing. This was like on a Sunday. Like school was closed, so all the kids and everyone was safe in that regard. But it was towards the end of the year, so we ended up having to go. Well, for one, we couldn't go to school, so we ended up having to. The school district had organized for us to go take our end of grade testing down the street at the middle school down the street. And so, but the middle school was also still in school, so they had cut their classes or their school time short. I think they like shaved off like maybe an hour and a half or something like that. So they were getting out of school early so that we could attend school later in the evening. Girl,
That's
it
crazy.
it felt so odd to go to school at like 2 in the afternoon from like 2 to 5 or 2 to 6. Like I was getting home and it was getting dark outside and the bus was still running and that's when I'm coming home. It was nuts. But we did that for several, I think it's maybe like 2, maybe 3 weeks or so to get everyone's testing out of the way. And then by the following fall, they had enough repairs done where they were able to let us back in the school, but we just couldn't go down that wing.
Got you.
And it still smelled very much like ashes and soot when we came back. It took a while to air that thing out.
Yeah, damn.
Class of 2004. Shout out to
Yes,
y'all.
class of 05. You can know I graduated in 05, but you don't need to know where, because then you're going to be trying to look at yearbook pictures and nah, baby.
Girl, now if anybody is on my Facebook, I mean, I just posted pictures, so I know
yeah,
they
of
see
course.
it.
But, I don't want to have to get active about that. I don't want to have to act ignorant. I pray every day for him to deliver me
Yeah, girl.
from said activities.
Listen, it might be a reason why you have not yet been delivered. Either you're not.
Don't say that.
It might be a reason because either it's a lesson you ain't learned yet, or you supposed to be active. Girl, Jesus was active. Okay.
Baby, look, I know he was throwing hands and cussing folks out. You can't tell me.
Jesus was active. So by all means, do not feel bad for getting a little rowdy. Jesus was rowdy. Don't let these church folks out here fool you and make you think that.
And made it clear that he had his gang with him. Like,
Listen, squad
folks
deep.
was gonna come see about him.
Listen, yes. Rolling deep. Squad ready. Waiting. Peter said, who said something and cut a nigga's ear off? Come on now.
Look,
Nah.
that he a real one.
Listen, if you not riding with me like that, I don't want you.
I don't
I
want
need you
you.
to be ready to cut somebody's
Mm-mm.
ear off about me.
I don't need you to play about me. Do you hear me?
Listen, if you ain't ready to cut somebody's ear off, I'm gonna need you to go on about your business now. But like Peter, who was a true trooper, I mean, everybody got a Judas.
Yeah, but yeah.
And like, Jesus knew who Judas was before Judas knew who he was. Let's put it like
But
that.
see, and even then, like, why you let that nigga stay around if you knew that he was gonna be
Because even Judas, although he was a hating ass, even Judas, in his betrayal and deception, even he had a purpose.
to be a fraud ass nigga? Got it.
Yeah,
Understood.
yeah, yeah.
That's crazy.
That was his purpose. That was it. So that because without Judas, baby Jesus wouldn't have died for our sins. Prophecy wouldn't have been fulfilled. So yeah, Judas was. Although it's not something that is preached too often. Some preachers will throw that out there, but no, Judas was very much needed. He was needed because those disciples, they wasn't about to do that.
I'm gonna put a little tidbit out there. I don't need no fraud ass niggas in my life. If that is your purpose in my life, I'm not like Jesus and I'm gonna let you stay around.
now even Jesus knew that he wasn't going to stick around. Not for he served his purpose, and when his purpose was fulfilled, Judas was out of there. He was, Judas removed himself at once his purpose was done.
I mean, I'm sure he got tired of getting cussed out and put his hands on. Like, cause I know they was moving and shaking with Judas. I know they was fight. I know the other disciples was like, Jesus, why you still got this fake ass nigga around us? Like, you know this nigga
Well,
like
at first they didn't know that Judas was going to do that, so they just thought he was one. Imagine it's like the person you least expect. You thought he was your bro, your homie. He with us, he riding with us.
it's always snakes in the grass.
Yeah, like that's how it was. It wasn't like they knew, like he didn't betray Jesus and then run back to the homies trying to hang out and stuff. Nah, after he betrayed him, Judas was gone out of here. I wonder how much time had passed between his betrayal and then when he actually did commit suicide though. I am curious about that part. But no, he
Yeah, I imagine it'd be pretty quick because they was coming for him.
yeah, right, exactly. So
Cause he was gonna die regardless.
yeah, I'm gonna be rude with you. That's very honest. Because if it wasn't gonna be from um the Jews, it was definitely gonna be from the disciples.
Yeah.
I feel like if Peter was willing to cut somebody's ear off over Jesus, I can only imagine if he got his hands on Judas what he would have did. Like that would have been
He would have been the first Michael. First Michael Myers.
He would have just lost it. But and if that did happen, then you definitely know that would have been accounted for in the book. But now even Jesus had Judas. He had him around. He knew Judas's heart. He knew, and he had him around, knowing what he was gonna do. And matter of fact, Jesus chose Judas. He was like, "Hey, follow me." Didn't tell him too much. But he already knew, nah, because I need to do this. And so I need it to be him that's going he's gonna be the one to break.
I aspire to be there in my Christian walk. Cause baby, you can't play in my face today. And so, I still got a ways on my journey, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean that's just it. It's a journey though. It ain't never perfection. It's always It's always something to learn. I'm forever a student. I'm always going to be learning something new, digging into something deep. I'll never proclaim to be an expert in anything because, I mean, how can you be? Like,
True.
considering we literally, the list we just went through, child, please.
That's why I was about to pose the question to our listeners and our kinfolk cousins. What is something that these kids in this generation won't know about from when you guys were in high school? It'll be interesting to see the things that we missed or forgot about,
Oh, girl, yeah.
or things we didn't even know were a thing.
Oh, yeah. Because it was a lot. But high school was something else, child. We had teachers sleeping with students.
I mean, that's still a thing now.
Yeah, it is. We had drugs being passed around. Oh, just all kind of stuff. It was. I remember one year. I don't remember exactly what year it was. Maybe I was a freshman, but somebody lit firecrackers and threw them down our main stairwell. Girl, we thought it was gunshots. Child,
Lord, I know y'all was flying everywhere.
We hauled ass. I ran into the nearest computer lab and shut the door. I wasn't playing. It was a time was had. As usual, this was pretty dope. I enjoyed.
Of course. Always fun times, cousin.
Of course, always, because it's always such a vibe when I'm with my cousin. Hey, when I'm with my cousin. Hey. You're not going to jam with me? I'm solo?
Oh, of course.
I don't care. I'm going to jam by myself. When I'm with my cousin.
Don't do that. Hey.
I can't. We could go ahead and wrap this one up. Put this one down for the books. Definitely want to know about some of y'all's high school shenanigans. Tell us about a couple of things that these young children nowadays will never know nothing about. Until next time, it's your favorite cousin, Tierra D.
And it's her favorite cousin, Kaylyn.
And you've been listening to the Kindred Kinfolk Podcast. Until next time, bye.
Bye.